Hey everybody! Hope you all are doing fine. Love the RCs. Your RC playlist is back. So yes, we had gone missing for a long time, but that was because we were busy with CAT 2025 and then ZAT. ये सब करते करते वक्त निकल गया. फिर results आए. Results में सारी सारी भगदड़ मची. And then now we have to again get ready for CAT 2026. So all of you out there, CAT 2026 aspirants, a very warm welcome to you all. I promise you right at the outset that this playlist is going to help you big time. Why am I claiming this? Well, because in for every episode, I'm going to take up some topic that will help you in a big way. In between in some of the sessions, I may take up PYQs, okay, maybe from CAT 25 or CAT 24, kuch aisa latest wala types, but then I'll let you know that this is a PYQ. Remaining all the passages will be done on like very important topics that are likely to pop up in your RC passages in CAT 2026. Moreover, in every single episode, I'm going to show you the genre. I'm going to show you how to handle the passage. I'll tell you how to take out the flow and main idea and understand the tone and everything. So, with these basic steps, you will be laying a firm foundation. So any of you who does like, let's say 25 to 30 episodes from this series of mine is definitely going to benefit. You'll be able to see कि हाँ RC handle कैसे होता है. ठीक है, चलिए कोशिश हमारी पूरी रहेगी और हम और आप मिलकर के पूरी कोशिश करते हैं to make it work. स्टार्ट करते हैं, ठीक है. So once again a very warm welcome. This is episode 1 of season 2. ये season 2 हमारा CAT 2026 के लिए है. Let's get started. So what do you need in order to handle your RC smartly? You will hear this from me in my classes also, and you will hear me saying this everywhere in fact, चाहे वो मेरे छोटे videos हो, reels हो, कुछ भी हो, that you need to understand the main idea. I mean, whether you're reading a passage just for reading's sake or you're doing an RC passage with questions, you have to understand the main idea. What is main idea? Main idea is a little different from the hero of the passage. Means the hero of the passage can be eugenics, okay? But then what is the main idea? Main idea can be how eugenics is being criticized these days, or main idea can be how China is using eugenics to its advantage, or main idea can be how historically eugenics was used by many dictators. कुछ भी हो सकता है उसका मेन आइडिया, बट ठीक है, चलो हीरो समझ में आ गया, यूजेनिक्स है. Okay, so main idea is there in the first or last para of the passage mostly. वो भी मैं सिखाऊंगी आपको how to take out the main idea. Then mapping the passage is very important. That is connecting all the paragraphs with one thread. So जैसे बचपन में हम join the dots करते थे, उसी तरह का होता है map the passage. Locating the important zones means कहाँ से question set हो सकता है. Question setters का psyche बीच बीच में I'll keep telling you. So that will help you understand that while you're reading your passage, you should be focusing more on certain zones. Those are what I call important zones. Question pockets जहाँ होते हैं. Pin the types of questions means the moment you see the questions at the end of the passage, you should be able to understand very fast what that question is asking. That comes only with practice. And then elimination techniques, of course. जो मेरे प्यारे चहेते elimination techniques, जिनको मैं प्यार से POE कहती हूँ. Okay, so these are like kind of Brahmastra, Sudarshan Chakra आप बोल लो, because these really and truly work. And CAT 25 के तो passages जब मैंने उठाए थे तीनों slots के, I was zapped at the number of options that were getting eliminated because of POE. वो मैं जब आपको PYQs करवाऊंगी ना, तब मैं उसमें आपको highlight करके बताऊंगी. अभी के लिए चलिए let's roll. So for this first episode, I have taken something called Tragedy of the Commons and Open Data. Now, for many of you must be aware of what this is, okay? But this is not the main idea. The main idea is Tragedy of the Commons connected with open data. Open data is what? The availability of data, big data these days, AI. Open data is something that is freely available to the public. But a lot of people oppose it. People say that no, the more you make it available, the more it's going to bring in chaos. Some people say that no, data should be there, it should be openly available, and anonymity should be there with the data so that people benefit from it without actually pointing fingers at others, without blaming at the people who submitted the data. ठीक है? So I mean, let's say there's a whistleblower, कहीं का कुछ वो इन्फॉर्म करना चाह रहा है आपको, so there should be this anonymity facility कि अगर मैं whistleblower हूँ, if I give you some data, open data, it should benefit you without actually putting me in danger, right? That is open data. And tragedy of the commons is what? Tragedy of the commons is, there is a theory that says that the factors of production should not be put in the hands of the masses. Matlab, there is this theory called capitalism, na? The government style, that is capitalism. Capitalism says what? पूंजीवादी जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं. So capitalism says that production is the key to success. Okay, and that is actually true to quite an extent, because India has gone up on the GDP ladder because of production. So you can call India a kind of capitalist economy. Not complete, but okay. So capitalism kya hai? Capitalism says that whatever profits you get after production, everything should be pumped back into production. Okay, that will bring more progress. But when we talk about production, there are certain factors of production. Factors of production बोले तो common वाले जो होते हैं, land, labor, capital, organization. तो ये जो चारों हैं, ये limited है. This is what the theory says. Okay, so unlimited नहीं है. So since these are limited, these should not be given out to the masses, because वो वाली हालत हो जाएगी बंदर के हाथ में नारियल. People may not know how to actually utilize these resources for the best benefits. That is why these resources stay clustered in the hands of a few, जो कि capitalists कहलाते हैं. वो इसको use करते हैं wisely, and then they increase production. Then they let some of the benefits go down to the society. Some, वो भी पूरा नहीं. Indirect benefits जाता होगा, and the rest they pump back into production. So as a result of capitalism, inequality grows. This group keeps becoming powerful, more and more powerful, and the other group, the masses, they stay impoverished. यहाँ पे बीच में आपके सोशलिस्ट, मार्क्सिस्ट, ये सारे कम्युनिस्ट, ये सारे आ जाते हैं. ये कहते हैं कैपिटलिज्म तो बहुत बुरा है, because it increases the gap between the rich and the poor. So ये मार्क्सिस्ट और मार्क्सिस्ट, सोशलिस्ट, कम्युनिस्ट, ये लोग क्या कहते हैं? Remove the government. We don't need such laws. We don't need rules. We don't need capitalists. Let every benefit go down to the society. कम्युनिस्ट कहता है गवर्नमेंट को तो रखना ही नहीं है बीच में. सोशलिस्ट जो है वो कहते हैं कोई नहीं गवर्नमेंट को रहने दो. दैट विल बी समथिंग अकिन टू, घर में पेरेंट्स अगर हैं, हम रखते हैं पेरेंट्स को, लेकिन हम सुनते कहाँ हैं उनकी बात, यू नो, दे आर जस्ट फॉर अडॉर्नमेंट, ऐसा. तो सोशलिस्ट कहते हैं लेट द गवर्नमेंट बी देयर. कम्युनिस्ट कहते हैं नो, गेट द गवर्नमेंट टोटली आउट ऑफ द सीन. तो एनीवे, दीज आर अगेंस्ट कैपिटलिज्म. ये मैं आपको बैक स्टोरी सुना रही हूँ. ठीक है? तो ट्रेजेडी ऑफ द कॉमन्स, this theory says that if these factors of production are given to the masses, ये वही बंदर के हाथ में नारियल वाला खेल हो जाएगा. They would not know how to utilize these in a very optimum way. So what will happen? These will get depleted. Once these resources are exhausted, it will lead to chaos, it will lead to scarcity, catastrophe, जो कुछ भी है. तो ये कहलाता है ट्रेजेडी ऑफ द कॉमन्स. इट इज कनेक्टेड टू सम अदर थियरीज एंड ऑल. अभी हम देखते हैं क्या मुद्दा चल रहा है. सो दिस पैसेज इज नॉट गिविंग यू अ जनरल डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ ट्रेजेडी ऑफ कॉमन्स, तब तो वो पैसेज डिस्क्रिप्टिव हो जाता. दिस इज कनेक्टिंग ट्रेजेडी ऑफ कॉमन्स विद अ पर्टिकुलर मुद्दा, एंड दैट इज ओपन एआई. द मोर डेटा दैट यू गिव आउट टू द पब्लिक, विल इट बी बेनिफिशियल और विल इट बी ट्रेजेडी ऑफ द कॉमन्स? यही चीज देखना है हमको. I hope this backstory helps. ठीक है? Genre क्या है ये? Now, genre में you cannot think that okay, there is a line, a distinguishing line या boundary between disciplines. नहीं होता है ऐसा. ये इकोनॉमिक्स का तो इकोनॉमिक्स में ही रहेगा, ह्यूमैनिटीज, पॉलिटिकल फिलोसफी, ये क्या होता है? नो, फिलोसफी इज फिलोसफी, पॉलिटिक्स इज पॉलिटिक्स. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Even the three subjects, the three disciplines in humanities, philosophy, sociology, psychology, these three are all merged, blended. Okay, so कोई भी पैसेज आप उठा लो जो कैट देता है, you cannot say this is pure philosophy. Okay, उसमें आपको सोसाइटी का कुछ दिखेगा, that is sociology. Man as a social animal, कल्चर, लिंग्विस्टिक्स, कुछ भी उसमें डिस्कस होगा that connects with sociology. You have something called psychology that connects with the human brain and the problems that we face, consciousness, subconscious, a lot of diseases, problems, Alzheimer's, amnesia, kuch bhi aisa. That is psychology, how we perceive things. Psychology is not a standalone discipline that connects with sociology. A lot of diseases come, a lot of problems come if we are connected with the society or if we are not connected with the society या कुछ भी ऐसा. There is an overlap, right? हर चीज से, हर discipline से philosophy connected. It can be philosophy of politics, it can be philosophy of technology, it can be philosophy of what's that, philosophy of science, it can be philosophy of literature. कुछ भी हो सकता है, उसमें philosophy घुस जाता है. So this passage belongs to political philosophy and economics and technology. Overlap है यहाँ. Political philosophy क्यों? Because politics obviously कैसे rule हो रहा है country, कैसे government क्या करता है, उसी में philosophy डाली है इन्होंने. Economics because it talks about factors of production and the profits and negative aspects and all. Technology, we are talking about big data. I hope all this explanation helps. Okay? So now I think you're ready to go over to the passage. Let's start. Level of difficulty. The first 8 to 10 passages, the first 8 to 10 episodes in this series are going to be easy. अब यहाँ एक चीज बता दूं मैं. कुछ लोग होते हैं बच्चे कुछ जो ट्रोलिंग फिर भी करते हैं. वो फिर पलट के आके कहते हैं easy, no, I could not understand anything in ma'am's passage and she was speaking fast and she was not explaining this carefully and she did not stay put over there and explain the meaning of this particular word या कुछ. Guys, there is a disclaimer here. If I say easy, it means cat level में easy. I'm not sitting here to teach you English as a basic language, like the basics of English. वो नहीं सिखाऊंगी मैं. So vocab improve करना आपका काम है, right? Do not expect me to stop at every word and give you the meaning. फिर ये तो कभी complete ही नहीं हो पाएगा series. Okay? So please improve your vocabulary. Please improve your reading skills. For that you have to do daily reading. मेरा काम यहाँ पे है to explain the concept, to explain how to handle this passage, to explain how to connect the question with the paragraph. ये होता है, and that is at a very easy level. Even the questions and the options are going to be very easy, at least for the first 10 episodes. Got it? I hope this is clear. क्योंकि अब अगर मैं पैसेजेस क्लास 2, 3, 4, 5 वाला अगर लेके ऐसा चलूंगी और अगर आप शिकायत करोगे कि मैं तो बिहार बोर्ड से हूं, मुझे ये तो समझ ही नहीं आया आपने क्या दिया है, ट्रेजेडी ऑफ कॉमन्स, उसका लैंग्वेज बहुत डिफिकल्ट था, दैट इज रियली नॉट समथिंग दैट आई कैन हेल्प. गॉट इट गाइस? चलिए, सो इफ ऑल दिस इज क्लियर, लेट्स स्टार्ट. नाउ आई हैव गॉट दिस पैसेज दैट इज व्हाट, 5 पैराग्राफ्स लॉन्ग. ओके, उसके बाद 4 क्वेश्चंस हैं. 5 paragraphs. As the first step, I take a look at the passage and I try to understand the hero. What is the hero? The tragedy of the commons, digital information. Okay, यहाँ तो ये आ गया. This tragedy. Okay, अभी मैं पढ़ नहीं रही हूँ. इस पे भी लोग ट्रोलिंग करते हैं कि मैम ऐसे पढ़ती हैं कि वो सोचती कि हमको भी पता है. भाई मैं नहीं पढ़ रही हूँ अभी जब पढ़ूंगी वापस जाकर के ना, आप देखना कैसे पढ़ूंगी और कैसे आपको फिर गाइड करूंगी उस पे. ठीक है? एंड एज द डिफिकल्टी लेवल इंक्रीजेस, my speed with reading will also go up, and my skipping जो कुछ भी. Okay, so अभी as the first step I don't read it, I'm just trying to identify the hero. आप भी करो ना मेरे साथ. Okay, and always sit in my sessions with a positive attitude, with your cup empty. अगर मेरे पर भरोसा किया है तो. If you think I'm not able to do a good job over here, please do not follow me. That is my request. ठीक है? So सबको मैं प्यार से समझा रही हूँ. I will really be able to help you with your VARC if you give me that opportunity and sit in the class with like your cup totally empty. तब तो मैं उसके अंदर आपको ज्ञान डाल सकूंगी. और भरोसा करो इस चीज पे. When it comes to English, I think I can easily handle it. ठीक है? That's why I'm able to teach day in and day out, and like I have been doing this for the last 15 years because of my decent command over the language. And I know how to communicate it to you guys. So चलिए, on this positive note, we will start. So ये बोला है आपको tragedy of commons. Tragedy of commons यहाँ भी दिख रहा है मुझे. अच्छा, behavioral pollution. बाकी पूरा जगह जगह पे मुझे ये कॉमन्स, ट्रेजेडी ऑफ कॉमन्स एंड कनेक्टेड टू डेटा एंड कुछ दिख रहा है. Now, if my reading is very weak and I'm not willing to improve my vocabulary, this passage will appear like a googly to me. On the other hand, if I'm improving my vocab, I'll be like, okay, chalo अच्छा है, कुछ तो यहाँ पे नया सीखेंगे. So the tragedy of the commons, I understand this is the hero, and I have already explained you what tragedy of the commons is. In every session, I'll be explaining what the topic is. ठीक है? तो tragedy of the commons है passage में, okay? But something connected to digital information. Okay? Now, after glancing at my passage, I get the vibes that it's a pretty decent passage. बहुत लंबा, बहुत dense नहीं है, 5 paragraphs हैं. I know the topic. ठीक है, चलो अब इसको questions देखते हैं. The example of corporations relying heavily on volunteer-maintained open projects without proportionate support suggests that question लंबा दिख रहा है. अब ये तो बहुत मुश्किल question है, मैम ने क्यों दे दिया first session में? This is not a difficult question, trust me. I'll tell you how exactly to handle this. The example of, ये देख रहे हो, corporations relying heavily on this. ये तो खाली आपका दे रखा है passage में. It's there, right there. Some example he has given there. Okay, you have to go and pick this example and mark it there and put 2 lines up, 2 lines down. ऐसे mark it बोले तो आप exam में नहीं mark कर सकते हो. अभी क्योंकि आपका preparation का time है, you can do it. So you read 2 lines up, 2 lines down as a mark करके you read this zone. Okay, so the example suggests that open data ecosystems may face problems when? Simple ये पूछ रहा है कि he has given this example, you go and read that zone, and data ecosystems may face problems कब? वहां दिया होगा. इतना आसान है ये question. All right, so this is a good question because it is specific. Specific बोले तो connected with a specific zone. That makes my work easy. Then, the discussion of privacy risks arising from combining multiple harmless, so discussion of this, ये देख रहे हो, again specific, it's given there somewhere in the passage. This discussion implies means it's an inference question. What can you understand from there? That the author views threats as arising mainly from reason, right? होगा वहां दिया हुआ. This is again specific, a nice question. By drawing a parallel between means comparing whom? Fishing quotas and reciprocal obligations in this, author indicates that this depends on. You have to go to this zone and this is again specific. देख रहे हो आप? ये in this first session I have taken all questions that are specific. बहुत आसानी होगी वो locate करो, read your zone and eliminate. Next one, the claim that data itself is abundant while it's this points to the idea. Claim that this is given there in the passage, specific. All the 4 questions are pretty good. They point to some specific, some zones in the passage. Okay, this was my second step. So the first step was to just glance at the passage and get some good vibes. The second step was to come over to the questions and sneak peek and try to understand what the questions are asking. Kis type ke hain. Okay, now as the third step, I'll go back and read the passage. Now, reading, that's another story. Right from day 1, right from episode 1, I would encourage all of you to try the selective reading method. That is skimming, skipping, and scanning. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? It's not going to happen after 3-4 sessions also. You need sustained practice. So if you do about 15 to 17 such sessions with me, okay, 20 rakh lo chalo to be on the safe side, you will be able to understand skimming, skipping kaise karte hain. However, skimming, skipping आपको daily reading में use करने की जरूरत नहीं है, because daily reading is to understand everything and build up vocabulary. So when I sit with an article for my daily reading, I spend a lot of time on that article. Trust me, I hardly try to read 2-3 in half an hour. No, I devote my 30 minutes to one passage and I simply like kind of I just drown myself in that passage. I try to understand everything that is written there. That doesn't mean I'm going to eon and reading a 4200 word long passage. No, I don't do that. आज तक जिंदगी में मैंने उतना लंबा eon इससे नहीं पढ़ा है पूरा. Although I've read so many novels and all. So what I'm saying is, pick something nice, pick something short, pick something relevant. 5 to 6 paragraphs should be good enough, and then do your daily reading without skipping. However, when you're doing your RC passage with 4 questions, right from episode 1, I'm going to push you to do selective reading, smart reading, organized reading. ओके तीनों एक ही चीज है. कभी अब बाद में मुझे बोलो कि एक तो आपने समझा दिया, बाकी दो नहीं समझाया. राइट चलिए. सो ये क्या कह रहा है passage? The first para is always important. I'm going to read it. That is scan carefully. The tragedy of the commons, a term popularized by Hardin. कब किया हमें नहीं जानना. Describes a paradox of collective resources. Collective means for the society. There is a paradox means opposite things. Okay. When अब यहाँ there's a colon, that means he's explaining the paradox over here. So even if you don't know what the paradox is, you can read here. When a resource is open to all, मैंने जैसे बताया masses को दे दोगे आप तो बंदर के हाथ में नारियल, but owned by none, तो क्या होगा? Everybody works for his or her selfish motive. Rational individual behavior. Rational ठीक है, logic लगा रहे हो आप, but it's only for your individual thing. Can lead to collective ruin. You're using those resources, those collective resources, but you're using them with individual motive in mind. That leads to collective ruin. Each herder कौन होता है? Grazer, उसको क्या कहते हैं भाई cattle को हिंदी में? अरे जो भी भैंस बकरियां भेड़, so उनको जो चराता है चरवाहा. Each herder who adds one more animal to a shared pasture. There is a shared field. I'm bringing 10 goats, you are bringing 10 cows, somebody else is bringing 10 buffaloes. What happens? I added more goats. मैं goats ही चरा रही थी, right? हाँ मेरे goats थे. So I added 2 more. हुआ क्या? I gain the full private benefit of that addition. मेरी दोनों बकरियां वहां खाएंगी, दूध देंगी, उनका दूध बेचूंगी, मैं अमीर बनूंगी, मेरा benefit हो रहा है. While the cost of overgrazing, that pasture was being grazed by 10, 20, 30 creatures. अब मैंने उसमें 2 और ऐड कर दिया, मेरे दूसरे फ्रेंड ने भी उसमें 2 और ऐड कर दिया. That is leading to overgrazing. It's distributed across all users. The land dries up, the nutrition goes down, nutrition level of that land. What happens? Everybody is suffering. That leads to collective ruin. The incentive structure therefore rewards overuse. Incentive structure of the society, it rewards overuse even when every participant understands that continued overuse will ultimately destroy the pasture itself. हम समझ रहे हैं लेकिन फिर भी हम कर रहे हैं because हम selfish. Historically, this logic has been applied to fisheries depleted by industrial trawling, to air polluted by this, and to groundwater exhausted by this. So first paragraph पढ़ने के बाद I pause, सांस ले लूंगी मैं, क्या कह रहा है ये? This is talking something about, okay, something called tragedy of the commons, and then there is this paradox. There can be a question on paradox. What does the paradox suggest? And then there can also be a question that says, why does the author give the examples of herders and herders? Why does he give the example of herders, or why does he talk about fisheries? Okay, तो ये पैराग्राफ में आपको क्लियर है, ये सब बोला है. The last 2 lines of the first paragraph are generally very important because they contain the main idea. So यहाँ पे historically this logic has been applied to fisheries, industrial trawling, air polluted. So ये tragedy of the commons applies to a lot of areas. इतना समझ में आ गया? At first glance, digital information and open data appear immune. Now we come to the main idea. यहाँ तक तो इसने बोला that there are various areas in which this applies, but then he says at first glance ये लगता है हमें this is away from the tragedy, this is not affected by the tragedy. Unlike grass or fish, data is non-rivalrous. Okay, one person's use does not diminish the amount, right? Another's ability to use it. In fact, this यहाँ पे मैं skim कर रही हूँ. Because I know he's saying that, okay, this should not get affected by the tragedy, right? But then he says here, in fact, open data something something, open satellite data has improved disaster response. Ye to, it has like kind of, he's praising. I understand this para is totally about that. In such cases, sharing seems to generate abundance. Oh, तो ये हल्की सी skimming करके मुझे दिखा, this is talking totally about how in digital information this tragedy of this commons wala making things available to the commoners is beneficial. उसके क्या benefits होते हैं? If there is a question, I'll come back to this para and read in detail. Then पढ़ते पढ़ते मुझे यहाँ पे समझ में आया, now our author is going to turn a corner and he's going to say, but it is actually not like this. देखो, yet the tragedy of the commons can reappear in less obvious ways within the data ecosystem. Okay, the scarce resource is not always the data itself, but the trust quality that sustain it. Okay. So in this para, I am not reading further because I understand from the first sentence itself that he says no, but actually tragedy of the commons is present in the data ecosystem also. It happens. Okay, what happens? Uska explanation yahan hai. If too many actors, okay, verification, public funded, okay, here overuse, okay, volunteer maintained, there is a question connected with this. Budgets, publicly funded, okay, supporting overuse manifest not as depletion, टुकड़े खत्म नहीं हो जाएंगे जैसे pasture में खत्म हो रहे थे, but as erosion of reliability and stewardship. So I can manage this para with skimming. Means I did not leave it completely. I read the first two lines carefully. I understood iska theme ye hai, crux ye hai. Then I checked the words, keywords. This is called vertical reading. So I would read this way, too many actors, okay, publicly funded, volunteer maintained, acha, okay. Here overuse not as this, so isko nahi dhyan dena hai, but as this. So in this data ecosystem, overuse means or overuse leads to reliability and less reliability and stewardship. Okay? There is also a subtler collective risk. Also, I understand now very well that this para is a continuation of para 3. Got it? Also, subtler collective risk, behavioral pollution. When open data is, ab ye pollution hawa wala nahi, because we are talking about data ecosystem. When open data is repeatedly scraped, okay, individuals lose privacy, okay, वहीं पे छोड़ दिया मैंने इसको. This is talking about behavioral pollution. So, data ecosystem, how is data ecosystem harmed by tragedy of the commons is given in this and this para. Right? Individuals may lose privacy, okay, single data set reveals, okay, data released together. I think there's a question connected to some data set reveals and something. In this sense, the commons being overgrazed, pasture ki tarah, is not a pasture, but a shared expectation of this and this. Yahan pe this and this. Very clear. I don't need to read everything word for word. Last para, I am going to read. How? The solution. Oh, okay. Is he going to give a solution? Not exactly. He's saying, is rarely simple. Privatization or complete restriction instead. So he is bringing you to some middle ground. Generally, authors give some kind of recommendation in the last para. If the recommendation is there, that has to be there in your main idea answer. If the recommendation is not there, that's okay. You need not pay too much attention to this para also. मतलब उसमें अगर conclusion नहीं है, आप उतना मत पढ़ो तो चलेगा. If there is a conclusive paragraph, you have to read it very carefully. So this is a conclusive paragraph. He says it's rarely simple privatization or complete restriction. दोनों नहीं कर सकते हो आप. Instead, sustainable commons tend to rely on governance. Government rules should be there. Legislation should be there. Government should pull the reins. Norms, rules, and reciprocal obligations among users. Fisheries recover when quotas and monitoring aligns incentives with long-term preservation. See, people, I mean, every fisherman would want to go out and catch a lot of fish. But then there is some quota system that is generally put by the government. People definitely tend to go around it. They tend to maneuver. But then the thing is, quotas are there. That will demotivate people to fish too much and lead to over exhaustion. उतनी ही भाई कितना आप डिप्लीट कर दोगे पूरा. So fisheries recover when quotas and monitoring align incentives with long-term preservation. मॉनिटरिंग करेगा गवर्नमेंट, quotas लगाएगा. These align incentives, जो incentives मिलेगा, long term preservation you keep in mind. Similarly, open data thrives when users are also contributors. I'm using the data, but I also contribute through funding, curation, this or this. Licenses that require attribution or share alike provisions attempt to encode this reciprocity. So I'm taking the keywords reciprocity and ye sab bola hai. Okay, they are also contributors in legal form, nudging the system away from pure extraction, and governance should be good. There should be laws and quotas and legislations in place and everything. Bas itna samajh mein aa gaya. Good enough. So the main idea of the passage is tragedy of the commons connected with data, data system, open data जो भी है. Tone of the author is किसी की बहुत तारीफ कर रहा है, no. किसी को बहुत criticize कर रहा है, no. So it's neither positive nor negative, it is neutral. In fact, he's coming up with some suggestion. In case there's a main idea, this suggestion should be there in your answer. So ये आपका tone है. Flow कैसा है passage का, the pattern. He starts with this, जो आपको बता रहा है what the paradox is and something, and it applies to a lot of areas. Then he comes to digital and he says कि अरे यहाँ लगता तो है कि हाँ यहाँ अच्छा ही होगा, but then he says okay no, there is some problem in this and this para. He explains the problem, and then behavioral pollution is part of it, and then in the last one he comes up with a solution. Cool? Done. Now I'm going to take you over to question 1. The example of corporations relying heavily on volunteer-maintained open projects, right? Volunteer-maintained open projects. यहाँ पे कहीं होना चाहिए, right? So participants ने यहाँ क्यों, यहाँ तो बोला है कि तारीफ वाला टाइप्स ऐसा like हो जाता है, यहाँ है volunteer-maintained. Problems वाला जो पैरा है ना, we are going to come to these two. यहाँ problem दिखाया है उसने. So ये है, right? वॉलंटियर मेंटेन्ड उठाया मैंने. डोंट ट्राई टू वेस्ट टाइम ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड वो फ्रेज या वो. कम बैक ओवर हियर, सेट योर रेंज हियर फर्स्ट. हाँ, अब मैं ध्यान से पढ़ लेता हूं पहले यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहा है. सो कैन अपीयर दिस डेटा सिस्टम, ओके, ट्रस्ट, क्वालिटी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ये सब इरोड होगा. If too many actors freely extract value without contributing, oh, end में बोला है they should contribute also. Last para says हाँ अच्छा, so there's a problem. If you don't contribute to maintenance, verification or updating, the data set can decay. Okay, publicly funded data portals may become outdated when budgets shrink, but usage grows. Volunteer maintained open projects. Volunteer means it depends on the choice of individuals. अपनी मनमर्जी से आए आगे आके कर दिए, नहीं कर दिए, नहीं माने तो नहीं किए, doesn't matter. Volunteer maintained open projects can burn out when corporations heavily depend on them without supporting their upkeep. And then what happens? Erosion of reliability and stewardship. In the question, you can easily get some rephrasing of this and this. You can get rephrasing of this, burnout, right? Let's go back and check the options. We have understood what this portion is saying. So, the example of this, volunteer maintained open projects without this support in the form of contribution and funding and all, suggests that open data systems may face problems. That para is talking about problems when what? Usage grows faster, yes, than the community mechanisms that sustain and update the resource. You are supposed to contribute also and update and sustain. वो नहीं हो रहा है, but the usage grows, so this is good. I'm not marking that as my answer because I need to eliminate. In CAT, always and always elimination works. Commercial actors participate alongside non-profit contributors in shared platforms. May face problems when Commercial actors, non-profit contributors. Is this discussed there? Non-profit contributors. So this is out of scope. Eliminated. Publicly accessible data begins to attract large-scale, high-frequency extraction. Publicly accessible, it's given there, public data, I'll keep this. Collaborative projects, miljul ke, operate without formal ownership by a central authority. They begin to face problems when these operate without formal ownership by a central authority. Okay. So what he's saying is, I mean, in this option, what we understand is collaborative projects operate, but there is no formal ownership by one central authority. Is the paragraph saying that we definitely need one central authority? यहाँ बोला है outdated, यहाँ you need to contribute to maintenance, verification or updating and this. This is the mudda. He's not saying that we definitely need one central authority to control it and take care of it, right? So I go back to this, and because of this phrase, I eliminate it. So I'm left with A and C. Okay, what do I do now? Between these two, I don't chase elimination again. I'll take one option, go back and prove it. So it says usage that grows faster, sustain and update. ये तो पूरा का पूरा वहाँ पे rephrased version में दिया है. Usage that grows without contributing to this can lead to data set decay. So this is given. Okay. C says what? Publicly accessible data begins to attract large scale high frequency extraction. Where is the large scale and high frequency given? Let's go back and try to verify it. Large scale burnout when corporations, okay, volunteer maintained open projects can burn out when corporations heavily depend on them, okay, without supporting their upkeep. Overuse manifests not as this, but this. So corporations heavily depend. I can agree with the large scale thing, but where is the high frequency extraction? Again and again, high frequency, very frequently. This is not there. So this gets eliminated and this is the best one. Hope this is clear. Okay, next one. Now, the discussion of privacy risks arising from combining multiple harmless data sets. Okay, multiple harmless data sets. First, I'll go and take that. Yeah, open data set, okay, without loose privacy, single data set reveals, okay, appear harmless. Yeah, each additional. Now, in case you're looking for multiple harmless data sets, likha hua ek saath, it may not be there. But this is, I mean, how do I know that I have to look here? Because he says here in this question, the discussion implies that the author views threats in this. So those two paragraphs are talking about problems na, related to this data ecosystem. So I have to restrict myself to these two paragraphs. आगे तो solution है, इसके पहले तो उसने अच्छा बोला है, right? So there is also a subtler collective risk, behavioral pollution. I'll read this now because here he talks about single data set. Multiple इसी से तो connected होगा. When open data is repeatedly scraped, recombined and monetized without adequate safeguards, individuals may lose privacy, even if no single data set reveals sensitive information on its own. On its own, single data set में कोई problem नहीं है. But each additional data, so multiple data sets released, जितना आप डालोगे, may appear harmless in isolation. एक को आप देखोगे तो they are harmless, just like specks of dust in the atmosphere. Each one in isolation is harmless, but combined they produce smog. Right? So यहाँ पे may appear harmless, but together they can enable invasive profiling. Okay? जो भी ये होगा, so this is the implication, this is like the impact जो हो रहा है. In this sense, the commons being overgrazed is not this, but shared expectation of anonymity and consent. देख लिया हमने इतने words, इतना काफी है as the first round of reading. I go back and I eliminate what is not given there. ठीक है? अब question क्या कह रहा है? एक बार और फटाफट पढ़ लो. Discussion of this implies that the author views threats as arising from what? What is the reason that threats come up? Deliberate attempts to uncover hidden personal details from protected databases. This is more often than not given as a trap. Deliberate attempts uncover hidden personal details from protected databases. भाई anonymity में आपका problem हो रहा है. I understand. This is, being overgrazed is not a pasture, but a shared expectation of anonymity and consent. It was an expectation that, okay, my data will be anonymous and consent will be taken as a type. So this is like, invasive profiling. It's kind of may appear harmless in isolation, but together they can enable invasive profiling. You are kind of going there and you're trying to intrude. Okay. So it talks about anonymity and consent. I go back to this. Deliberate attempts to uncover hidden personal details from protected databases. लग रहा है मुझे कि हाँ, वही तो दे रखा है वहां. I'll keep it. ठीक है. Then isolated instances of irresponsible publication by data custodians clearly says opposite, that in isolation they are not harmful. So this can be eliminated. The layered effects of separate, individually permissible acts of data use. Layered effects. Is it talking about layered? No, it just says combined. So layered effects of separate, individually permissible. They're not permissible. He says individually they may appear harmless, innocuous, but then together they create profile, क्या कहते हैं उसको भाई, profiling pollution, right? Invasive profiling, right? So here layered effects, not exactly. But the thing is, layered effects यहाँ पे जब बोला है permissible acts of data use, somehow like layered effects बोले तो combined वाला, am I being too literal? ये भी दिमाग में आ रहा है मेरे कि वहां बोला है combined effects, यहाँ बोल रहा है layered effects. ओवर थिंकिंग हो रही है मेरी या नहीं हो रही है, आई एम नॉट श्योर. तो अच्छा ठीक है, इसको ना पढ़े रहने दो. Okay, the technical limitations of anonymization techniques in large data sets. Now this is completely out of scope. Technical limitations, ये तो है ही नहीं discussed, right? So now I know कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, मैंने गड़बड़ इसमें elimination किया है. I'll revise this. कैसे? Deliberate attempts to uncover this from protected databases. Isolated, ये वाला definitely eliminated था. This is opposite of what is given. And this is out of scope, technical limitation. So मेरे ये दो उखड़ गए. अब समझ रहे हो? पहले जल्दबाजी में सी हम निकाल सकते हैं. लेयर्ड है नहीं, वहां लेयर्ड तो नहीं बोला है, वहां तो कंबाइंड बोला है. कंबाइंड इफेक्ट्स. So I'll keep this and this. Hope it's clear so far. मजा आ रहा है? Now between A and C, apply the same technique. Take one and go back and prove. सबसे पहले मैं ये लेना चाहूंगी लेयर्ड वाला. The layered effects of separate, individually permissible acts of data use. This option is saying individually they are okay, they are allowed, but when you put them together, there is some kind of a problem, right? Go back and check. So he says here, even if no single, okay, single का problem नहीं है. Each additional data release may appear harmless in isolation, so you don't stop it, okay? But together they can enable invasive profiling. They can lead to some problem. Commons being overgrazed, okay? So layering as such नहीं बोला है, layered नहीं बोला है, but this is a rephrased version of that portion, right? Layered effects of separate. Simple language में क्या बोल रहा है? Separate acts of data use are individually permissible, but when they come together, the layered effects are harmful. ठीक है, तो rephrasing, overall rephrasing में सही है ये. Let's check A. Deliberate attempts to uncover hidden personal details from protected databases. Now I'll tell you something here. Arising mainly from, okay, deliberate attempts, no. Anonymity breach हो रही है, that's the result. The cause is what? One data set, another data set, another data set, another data set. यहाँ बोला है arising from. You're looking for cause. Anonymity breach is the effect. यहाँ ये क्या कह रहा है? Deliberate attempts to uncover hidden personal details is the reason why threats occur. No, this happens as a result of these data sets coming together. Okay, so multiple, ये वाला जो है, this is better than A. This is your answer. Okay, next one. Question 3. क्या कह रहा है यहाँ? Drawing a parallel between fishing quotas. Fishing quotas and reciprocal obligations in open data. The author indicates that long-term shared resources depends on long-term viability. Even before I go down to the options, I'll be like, भाई अब तो इतनी सारी चीजें मालूम है passage से, so I understand. Long-term viability depends on what? Preventing overuse, establishing laws, legislations, thinking of the community more than thinking selfishly. ऐसा कुछ. So I'll go back once and now I'm going to check fishing quotas wala. यहाँ है fisheries recover. There is one more place where he has mentioned fishing quotas. That's the first para. We need to go there as well. यहाँ देखो. Incentive okay. Historically, fisheries depleted by industrial trawling to this competitive extraction. Right. So it's like उसमें apply हो रहा है, but last para में he talks clearly about how fisheries recover when quotas are put. So fisheries recover when quotas and monitoring align incentives with long-term this. Similarly, open data thrives when users are also contributors. You have to take care of these things. You have to contribute to maintenance or use ethical standards. तो ये हम चल के अब options देख लेते हैं क्या कहना चाह रहा है. Depends on what? By drawing a parallel, he इसको simple अगर करें ना question को तो ये इसका कैसे read होगा? The author implies that long-term viability can be maintained by what? ठीक है. Balancing access with expectations of participation in maintenance and oversight. Maintenance तो चाह रहा है वो. Oversight means not neglect करना. Oversight means देखभाल करना. ठीक है. नजर रखना. So maintenance and oversight, this is what he wants. Upkeep. I'll keep this. Reducing the diversity of users to simplify coordination and monitoring. Is he discussing this over there? Reducing the diversity of users. तुम उस कास्ट के हो, तुम उस क्रीड के हो, तुम उस कल्चर के हो, तुम फला फला फैमिली के हो, तुम आ सकते हो, तुम नहीं आ सकते हो. So if we have users only from one group, one type, it will simplify coordination. Totally out of scope. Diversity का तो कोई जिक्र ही नहीं है. Right. Shifting responsibility for stewardship from communities to regulatory agencies. Long term depends on shifting this from this. इसका third option का तो tone ही गलत है. You are shifting the responsibility for stewardship, for leadership, for handling, for management from communities to this. Communities can wash their hands off this responsibility. No way. He wants everybody to participate, right? But regulatory agencies should be there. So this is eliminated because of the wrong tone, shifting responsibility. So I'm left with A and D. Hope this is clear. D क्या कह रहा है? Introducing competitive incentives among users to encourage efficient utilization. So competitive incentives depends on long term. आपको बचाने के लिए do you need to put competitive incentives? Competitive among users to encourage efficient utilization. Is he saying this over here? Competitive incentives. Open data thrives when users are also contributors through funding, curation, error reporting, management, upkeep, oversight, or ethical use standards. Right? Share alike provisions attempt to encode this reciprocity in legal form. Only extraction should not be there. Right? Contribute bhi karo. That is what, when we go to this, we see option A is saying access. मुझे access चाहिए उस data का with expectations of participation. Then I am also required to participate in maintenance and oversight. So this is good, right? And this one is eliminated because competitive incentives is not needed for the long run. That won't work. Done. Question 4, the last one. Now, the claim that data itself is abundant while its supporting conditions are fragile most strongly points to the idea that data is abundant, supporting conditions. This is not going to be there in any one line. This is the overall conclusion type thing. Okay, by data to abundant है, it's available. Supporting conditions are fragile. People are not willing to contribute to the upkeep and maintenance. अब तक तो समझ में आ गया है. So points to the idea that simple language में this is saying what is the author concluding, or what is the overall big idea or the overarching idea of the author. ठीक है. The primary constraint in digital commons lies in managing storage and distribution infrastructure. एक तो primary constraint managing storage and distribution of infrastructure या distribution infrastructure. Is this the मुद्दा digital commons का? No way. Storage का तो है ही नहीं मुद्दा. It is how people are not willing to share the responsibility. Correct? The value of shared data is tied to continued trust, care, and collective regulation. Right? The value of shared data. Trust, care, collective regulation, it's given there. I'll take you back. कहीं पर तो है ये trust वाला. हाँ. Here. Outdated, okay. ठीक है, यहाँ बोला है. Not as depletion, but as erosion of this. Individuals, this, the commons, okay. And then trust वाला clearly भी दिया हुआ है वो. Legal form, yeah. Let's go to this. Allowed by, okay, full benefit. Rewards, overuse, okay, ultimately destroy. Another ability to use it, health, transport, genomics, okay, government has public services, okay. Mainly we can take it out from here, this para, trust wala. Solution, both in environment and this, rarely simple as this. We rely more on this, norms, rules, reciprocal obligations among users. Sustainable commons. So, if you want to sustain it in the long run, it depends on governance, management, norms, rules, reciprocal obligations among users. ठीक है. Quotas, okay, open data, contributors, error reporting, ethical use standards that includes trust and all. Attribution or share alike provisions, okay, reciprocity, ये सब अभी बार-बार हमने देखा है ये. So we go to this now. So primary constraint ये तो हमने eliminate कर दिया था. The value of shared data is tied to, overall it is connected with this. ठीक लग रहा है, रखते हैं. The benefits of openness depend on limiting how extensively data sets are reused. The benefits of openness, I'll keep this, reused extensively, okay. The challenges of open data resemble those of traditional resource scarcity. Resemble those. Is this the main idea? They are fragile. Data is abundant. Supporting conditions are fragile. इससे क्या ये बताना चाह रहा है कि they resemble traditional resource scarcity? No way. You see how smooth elimination process works? So these two are left. अब इन दोनों में, like, which is better one? Go back to the question. Supporting conditions are fragile points to what? कि भाई आप contribute नहीं कर रहे हो, आप use कर रहे हो. Right? That is connected to this. The value of shared data is tied to this collective regulation, collective management. That's the theme of the passage. Why not see? The benefits of openness depend on limiting how extensively data sets are reused. Benefits of openness. यहाँ बोला है abundant, it's abundant, and the support system is fragile. Okay, so it points to benefits of openness depend on limiting, reused, not exactly. This may be there somewhere in the passage, but this is not what the idea is. यहाँ जो ये बोल रहा है fragile है. Fragile इसलिए है because आप contribute नहीं कर रहे हो, आप खाली खा रहे हो, ले रहे हो, आप इसमें से use कर रहे हो. That is connected to trust, care, and collective regulation. So B is your good answer. Hope this is clear. Do not look for options that will be exactly copied from the passage. Verbatim नहीं देता है CAT. It has to be inference, overall, rephrased. इसीलिए मैं शुरू से बोलती हूँ inferences improve करो. Inference is simply a rephrased version of what is given in the passage. ठीक है? We are done with this. ACAB done. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the first session, and we are going to do many more such exciting ones. The first 10 to 12 episodes are going to be easy, definitely, just so that you guys can actually get into the groove of things. Once you pick up, after that, I'm going to take you over to easy to moderate level, and then to moderate and hard, and ऐसे आगे चलता रहेगा. ठीक है? चलिए मिलती हूँ दुआओं में याद रखना। थैंक यू।